What is going on, guys? This is Earpugs, and in this video we have the final episode of the How to Kill series. I have already covered every single class in TBC Arena except for one, which is the Shaman. In this video I will be focusing mainly on Resto Shamans, since they are the most commonly seen in Arena, while you can apply what I say to the other specs. Shamans provide a ton of utility to their team thanks to their totems, while also having a really great offensive ability called Purge, which removes 2 magical buffs off of an enemy in one cast, which is insanely strong, to say the least, seeing as you can purge off shields from priests, and druids healing over time effects, etc., and many more effects. They only have one instant cast heal without a cooldown, which is Earth Shield. This ability places a shield around the target that will reduce some spell pushback, but most importantly heals the target once they take damage. This ability does have 6 charges or heals available. It can only be placed on one person at a time, and it can also be purged or dispelled with a single dispel, which will remove every single charge from the shield and completely negate it. Shamans have a couple major cooldowns, starting off with Nature's Swiftness. This is an ability that will allow them to instant cast a heal or damaging ability when it's activated. The 2 most common uses for this is for them to NS Healing Wave for a big heal on themselves or a teammate, or to NS Chain Lightning to try to finish somebody off with some big damage. Nature's Swiftness is dispellable, so if you are fast enough, sometimes you're able to dispel it off of the Shaman before they cast, but this all really depends on how fast the Shaman is. If it is dispelled, it renders Nature's Swiftness completely useless. Lastly, their most famous ability is Bloodlust, or Heroism for Alliance. This is a crazy haste buff for 40 seconds that will make themselves and their entire team do a bunch more damage, since they will be casting and attacking faster. If you have a way to dispel magic, it is extremely important that you are purging Bloodlust the second it goes out, seeing as if you don't, you will be giving them a ton of extra damage. Shamans luckily have next to no buffs, so if you're fighting Warrior Shaman for example, you can usually purge this off very quickly, because you only have 1 or 2 things to go through. Moving on to some important tips for fighting against Shamans, this class is very good at playing aggressively, and very bad at playing defensively. This means if you are able to get the momentum going against their team, it is extremely difficult for them to recover. After Earth Shield and Nature's Swiftness Healing Wave, they no longer have any way to heal their teammates without casting. This is very important to be aware of, because this means that if you're able to get a lot of momentum on a Shaman and they have no Nature's Swiftness, your kill is almost guaranteed as long as you can lock them down and make sure that they're not getting any casts out. Shamans are also extremely good at dealing with casters, since they not only have Earth Shock, which is a 2-second interrupt on a 6-second cooldown, but also have Grounding Totem, which will absorb any single target spell cast after it's placed down. This creates a scenario for casters where they need to go through both of these cooldowns if they want to land any kind of CC or damage. It's extremely important to be tracking Earth Shock and Grounding Totem, because if you're not paying attention to this, you're going to be really tripping over yourself trying to get casts out. I personally use Omnibar to track these, which is a very helpful add-on for tracking cooldowns. Another incredibly important thing to be aware of is Tremor Totem. This is a totem that will remove any fear, charm, and sleep effects, for example, Wyvern Sting, Fear, Mind Control, Seduction, etc. This totem ticks every 3 seconds, and you can actually use an add-on called Gladdy to track the timer. It will show the timer right above the totem, which Gladdy even gives you an extra frame above the totem, which is very nice. If you time it right, you can actually land a fear, and then kill Tremor Totem in between the ticks to not get the fear broken. Here is an example video of me fearing and then killing Tremor Totem before it ticks, allowing the fear to last its full duration.
Okay.
I fear not full. I fear the tremor. I fear the in between the timers. Fine. Overall, it's very important to force the Resto Shaman to play defensively, because if you play passively against them, they will simply purge and shock you to death. If you can prevent the Resto Shaman from casting while applying pressure, your victory is almost guaranteed. I have now covered every class in the game for the How to Kill series. They are all in a playlist if you want to see a specific class, and with Wrath of the Lich King approaching, I will be shifting most of my focus to Wrath of the Lich King videos as to what kind of changes you'll see going from TBC Arena to Wrath, which there is a lot of, and I will be covering that, as well as more comp videos and class videos, etc. So definitely sub if you want to see that. Leaving a like on the video does help me out immensely. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.